Zhang Yi intensified his assault by unleashing a torrent of iron barrels that burst open to spray a thick, milky white latex paint, coating Ling Feng's visor, gloves and uniform and quickly solidifying into a sticky, vision-obscuring layer. Deprived of sight, Ling Feng was forced to rely on hearing as he slipped on the slushy, icy ground, his movements hampered by the slick paint. Zhang Yi explained that he had gathered detailed intel on Ling Feng's abilities and discovered a fatal seafood allergy, prompting him to disperse a fine powder of marine species into the valley. Ling Feng choked, his face flushing and cheeks swelling as the allergic reaction peaked, and he collapsed, seemingly dead. Zhang Yi retreated to a safe spot, built a fire and ate chocolate bars retrieved from his dimensional gate. 10 minutes later Ling Feng revived, revealing he carried anti-allergy medication that only mitigated symptoms and that his death was a ruse to draw Zhang Yi out. Enraged, he pursued Zhang Yi, who, having finished his chocolate, fled further into the valley, leaving the duel unresolved as both combatants continued their cat-and-mouse chase amid the lingering latex paint and seafood powder. Ling Feng, crippled by his fatal seafood allergy, staggered through the icy valley until his consciousness faded and his body crashed to the ground, never to rise again. Zhang Yi, having rested by a fire and replenished his strength, approached the motionless figure with a cold certainty. He fired an armor-piercing round into Ling Feng's head, observed the congealed blood, and, still doubting the outcome, retrieved a massive truck from his dimensional gate to crush the corpse in half. Satisfied that the captain of the Xishan Base Special Forces was truly dead, Zhang Yi seized the severed head, felt a surge of unfamiliar power flow into his palm, and deliberately absorbed Ling Feng's accumulated abilities, unaware that Ling Feng had already incorporated the powers of 3 other supernatural beings. The influx of power overwhelmed Zhang Yi's senses, his vision blurred, his pupils glowed white, and a dizzying pressure built within him. When he looked ahead, a wrecked car lay before him, and instinctively he released the newfound energy. Space twisted like a spiral, and the vehicle snapped cleanly in two with a deafening crash. Realizing he now possessed a technique he identified as divine might, Zhang Yi recognized its capacity to twist space and shatter objects up to 3 times in a row, each use draining his stamina dramatically. He measured its effective range at roughly 300 meters, noting its superiority over conventional firearms for close-range assaults despite its high energy consumption. With a cruel smile, he contemplated the darkness beyond the valley, planning to replenish his energy through food before striking again at his peak. Meanwhile, outside the valley, the remaining forces Zheng Xuerong, Shideong, Fatty Su, and Uncle Yu waited in the freezing midnight, their combat suits heaters struggling against the cold. Their confidence in Ling Feng's inevitable victory waned as the battle dragged on, prompting murmurs of doubt and speculation about the captain's tactics. Unaware of the intelligence leak that gave Zhang Yi a strategic edge, they grew uneasy, while Zhang Yi's allies, the Bit Team members, began to smile, recognizing that the prolonged engagement suited his cautious fighting style. The stalemate persisted, setting the stage for the next decisive move. Zhang Yi, having regained his strength, silently ascended the cliff's side, clutching Ling Feng's severed head as proof of victory. He broadcast a terse command to Fatty Su and Uncle Yu, urging them to conceal any sign of alarm until his signal. With a cold stare, Zhang Yi activated the divine power in his right eye, causing the space around Zheng Xuerong's neck to warp and violently ripping her carotid artery, a spray of blood confirming her death. He then rose, brandishing the head, and shouted the grim announcement. Fatty Su responded by summoning a towering wave of ice and snow that surged like a tsunami, blinding the enemy forces, while Uncle Yu barked orders to Hua Hua and Liang Yu to strike. Though momentarily stunned, the two surged forward, and Liang Yu, wielding a tang sword, plunged into the fray, further shattering the Special Forces' resolve after the loss of their captain and Zheng Xuerong. The Special Forces, now bereft of leadership and morale, faltered as only Shideong and Su Mingjie remained capable of fighting. Zhang Yi, fueled by lingering stimulant euphoria, commanded a merciless purge, shouting "Kill them all, leave no one alive." He descended the hillside, seized Long Meng, and hacked him and the remaining opponents to death, sealing a one-sided massacre that left the Xishan base's remnants in disarray. Zhang Yi examined the fallen superhumans, trying to siphon their powers, but the feeble aura of the corpses yielded little benefit, prompting him to question the limits of his own absorption technique. He invited Uncle Yu, Fatty Su, and Hua Hua to try, yet both humans reported no effect, leaving Zhang Yi puzzled and aware that further research in the Xishan base's intelligence archives would be needed. Suddenly, Hua Hua snapped Fang Zun's head, swallowed it, and then proceeded to consume the entire group of superhuman bodies. After the feast, the cat shrank back to its kitten size, leapt onto Zhang Yi's shoulder, and began grooming, its eyes reflecting a newfound strength that Zhang Yi recognized as a valuable asset. With the threat neutralized, Zhang Yi directed Liang Yu to prepare for departure, promising shelter in Shujia town rather than the Yunk Manor. He then approached the ruined entrance of the Xishan base, opened a secondary dimension, and hurled in the shattered trucks and machinery Ling Feng had destroyed. Planting explosives, he detonated them, collapsing the passage with a mountain of scrap metal, ensuring any lingering survivors could not escape. The base was sealed, and the group ready to move on under Zhang Yi's command.